Hey, Walter. It's good to see a request from you. Thanks for inquiring for Richard and Teresa Love. I wanted to show you a couple of things. Well, first of all, it looks like you wanted to show 6,000 a month, and I didn't see the other parameters filled out, so I just assumed 6,000 a month with a 3-year benefit period and shared with 3% compound and 90-day LM, kind of a real typical plan design that we do. And even though you asked for preferred for Teresa, I ran the second best for each carrier, just because anytime somebody takes high blood pressure meds, it likely will knock them out of the best rate, but not always. But I figured you'd rather be safe knowing that. I can rerun this if you like. Wanted to show you the 3 main traditional carriers now that we have is Mutual Omaha and National Guardian Life and Thrivent. Thrivent's a fairly new one for us. You may not be familiar with it. They're the old Lutheran Financial, which is kind of quirky in that one thing quirky about them is they require a applicant to state that they are trying to live the Christian faith. They don't have to be Lutheran. And it's kind of funny. The person selling it doesn't have to be a Christian. They can be a Satanist for all they care, but the applicant has to sign off on that. So that's a little unusual. It can be a little awkward, but it's a great company. They're A++, pristine financials, convex near 100 or 99. It alters from year to year. And so anyway, similar plan design. You're looking at a premium anywhere from $65.31 a year to $76.35, depending on which carrier you go with. I would hone in on National Guardian, not just because it's the lower cost, but also because of the way the third pool works, their shared rider works. Theirs is a 3-pool model where the other 2 are 2-pool. And I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but basically the way it would work, like with any shared plan, you need to ask 2 questions. What happens at claim and what happens at death, the death of the first one, the preceding death of the first spouse, that is. So let's pick on Richard. Let's say, first of all, let's talk about death. Let's say Richard predeceases Teresa, and in this example, let's just assume he did not have any long-term care. So the way it would work is the third independent pool, separate pool, would go to Teresa. So then she would have her 3 years and the 3 years shared pool in the third pool. And so equivalent of 6 years with ignoring inflation, $438,000 pool of money. His premium would go away, and the new premium for Teresa would be $5,225, which shows you that females are more expensive, basically, because it would be less if she died first. You go down to $3,165. That's the way that works at death. But more importantly, at claim, when same scenario, let's say Richard goes on claim and he needs care, it'll pay, of course, up to $200 a day. Ignoring inflation until the pool of money runs out, and then he can go into this third independent pool as long as there's money there that she hasn't used, for example, that's available to him. And so he could exhaust the whole 6 years, assuming he maxed it out. He'd use up that $438,000 or a higher amount after inflation grows, but he can never go into Teresa's pool. So if he were to max it out, God forbid he had Alzheimer's or some long duration claim, he could only get 6 years out of it, and that leaves 3 for her. So there's a potential with her having a claim later to get a total of 9 years, or as you know, it's more important, the total amount of money. So that's how that works with the third pool. It's more likely for utilization than the 2 pool, and thus I think it's more valuable. We like National Guardian. They're A+, not A+, they're A rated. They were A-, they just got bumped up. They have solid financials. They're not a large company, nothing like the Mets and the Prues of the world, but they're rock solid, and we have found them to be a great carrier at claim time where it counts, of course. So I also ran a full illustration for you, and here's the illustration, and page 2 gives you the basic information. One thing a little different about them is they go by the closest birthday. So as you can see, they're going to look at the old insurance age, the closest to age. So it'll differ from various carriers depending on the time of year. And I like the way they do they show the inflation. I like the way they do the illustration, I was going to say. And you'll see the 10-pay premium. Here's an inflation or a matrix showing you the different years if you want a greater benefit period or a lesser, or no inflation and so forth. They do have a page that shows you the 10-pay premiums. You can see here for the same, everything else the same, but just doing it 10-pay, it shows you that premium. So, and they'll even do a single pay, which is, we don't see very often and wouldn't recommend except in really unusual C Corp situations. So I hope that's helpful. Just let me know if I can help you further on in any way. To close this case, I'll include a application and so forth in the what I send you, and hope to see you get an app. And any way I can help you with this client to get them covered, let me know. Again, thanks a lot for giving us a shot at winning this business with you.